Alright guys, how's it going? I'm gonna try to keep this a little bit short. Just want to recap real quick the Reliable versus Global Gaming game earlier. Kind of played out how I thought it would in that it was a CEVO match and the sides are determined by the knife round. So I thought it was going to be a little bit closer than it was as far as odds go, but Reliable ended up winning the knife round, and on Nuke they got the huge advantage of starting out CT side. And then on top of it, Flom dropped like a 32 bomb. So uh, it is what it is. He definitely determined the game for them. For the match that we're going to look at now, we got Mouse versus LC with the odds 72% in favor of Mouse. And we'll look closer into that right now. On HLTV, you can see it's best of three. Maps aren't determined yet. Um, and it's for Hitbox Arena Championship 2. You can see the odds here on HLTV are a little bit closer at 68% for Mouse. We'll look at their lineup real quick. For Mouse, Tab, Alu, and Chris are really the determining factors for their team. If they do well, Mouse can take on, even the highest teams at times. But if they don't, they just get destroyed. So LC, their lineup is kind of screwy right now. The last game they had two stand-ins. This game, at least PRB is going to be out with Pauf playing for him, and then Dennis may or may not be in the game, but Rain will still be there. He did pretty well their last match against Det. Um, Obviously, the highlighted player is Alu. Um, like I said, him, Chris, and Tab are the determining factors for their team. Mouse's last game was against Hellraisers. I predicted Hellraisers would win. Because as you can see before that, they were playing best of ones against some really high teams, and they were taking it. And I don't know if they weren't ready for a best of three, but they definitely did not perform, and we'll look closer into that in a second. But LC's previous games, they just beat Overgaming 2-1, and then they beat Dat before that 2-0. A little bit closer on that game. Um, so we'll start with Mouse versus HR. As you can see, this is what happens when the other team shows up and Alu and Chris, along with Tab, don't. Absolutely just, bottom of the scoreboard. Just non-factors in either of these games. Chris 11 and 23 on Mirage. Uh, and they lost 16-9 on both maps, and that's what happens when they don't perform. For LC, previous game against Dat, Mirage they won 16-10. Skirk, Puff, and Rain doing great work in that map. 30-14 for Skirk. Really ran away with it there. 16-10 they won it. And then going on to Inferno, Dennis, Skirk, and Pauf were just, did great things for them. Flamey as well for Dat did. But what was interesting was Rain in pit. Even on T side, he would get in pit and was just getting some great kills there. It was a good, interesting game. Went into, four overtimes, I think. They ended up coming away with it, but it was really close. All right, going on to Mouse and LC's previous head-to-head is a whole different story for Mouse. If they do have Tab, Alu, and Chris playing at the level they should be at, they can absolutely take this game. And they can take, any team as they've shown on a best of one, but this will be a best of three, as this head-to-head was. Um, and you can see Tab 26 and 19, Alu 22-16, Chris 20 and 17. They did great on Mirage. And then Overpass, Chris just absolutely dominated 37 and 16. And their teamwork was just on point between him, Alu, and Tab. As long as those three players can do what they got to do, they can win on any map. This was overpass though, and it's it's not going to be in this map this head to head. So this is kind of thrown out the window. But you can see on on Mirage they still dominated. I've got CS:GO bet predictor pulled up here, 67 to 33 percentage wise, 4 wins to 1 for Mouse. As you can see here, Mirage is going to be a strong map for Mouse as well as Inferno for LC. And I think those two maps will probably be in this best of three, with their vetoes and everything. It'll probably come down to those two maps and then maybe, something like Dust 2, which they both can perform on. As you can see, head to head, KD's here, IU Chris and Tab on top. This does have Puff. It doesn't reflect, I think, his previous matches with them as a stand-in, and it doesn't include Dennis. So, and he did great work for LC on their previous games. So again, taking a look at these odds, the way they sit right now, I'm thinking if it stays this low for LC, you I'm going to might as well just put a low medium bet on LC because I think it's going to be a lot closer game than it appears. However, if Alu, Chris, and Tab are able to perform at the level that they should, Mouse is absolutely going to win this game. But as these odds sit, I'll probably go low medium on LC. If it evens out, then I'll take a look at putting something high on Mouse because they can definitely win this game. As always, just take my analysis into consideration, make a determination on your own, continue to do your research, and have fun betting with your skins, and good luck. See you later.